Hey, what's up, Reefers? I'm Reefer Matt, and welcome back to the Reef Cave. Today we're going to look at this SPS tank and how I recovered it from almost a whole tank crash. I had some issues with this tank and I was losing coral fast, and I'll show you what I did to recover. Let's have a look. Alright, let's have a look at this tank. I don't know if you've seen the video where this tank almost crashed, but I'll put a link to it right here up at the top of the screen so you can check it out after this one. But things were kind of dicey there for a minute. I was losing coral quick, and it started with the Montipora. This one here has kind of been going for a long time. I got this these two corals here, this Pavona and this Leptocerus back here. I've been duking it out and fighting and kind of been killing this Montipora back over the last few years anyway. But I noticed that this one was going first, and I wasn't too concerned about it. That's supposed to be a Jedi mind trick, but you know, as you can see, it's mostly dead. But I want to cut out what's left of it there. Also over here on this castaway Montipora, a lot of this died off, and this was all white. And this was my second clue, because this was all nice and pink and green, and then all of a sudden I was like, what the heck is going on? So what I did is I ended up changing my salt mix, and that ended up being a problem because I changed to a brand and a type that was not recommended for coral. It was just recommended, well, really for soft coral anyway, for soft coral and fish only tanks, not SPS tanks. I didn't think it was a big deal, honestly. Just said it didn't have the calcium and magnesium that it needed, and I just figured if I dose that, then I'll be cool. But you know what? I wasn't. Hey, Reefers. This was set to be my last video of the channel, but you guys voiced your comments on my community page and let me know what you think. So I am going to continue this channel. However, I'm going to have videos on other things like 3D printing and ArtNet, but it all revolves around reefing. And I'm also going to have opportunities for you to participate, such as channel memberships. I don't need your money, but it'll just give you a way of participating more in the channel. And I'll have other cool things for you, like little icons and stuff that you can have when you make comments. And I will see what goes from there. And if you're not yet a channel subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you'd like, and you won't miss a thing. Luckily, I did some good water changes on this tank, and it is coming back. If you're familiar with this tank, I used to have a big old Pasillipora colony here and a Montipora digitata colony there. I did take those down. Those weren't doing so great, but they are recovering. I still have the colonies in another tank. However, I just wanted to open that up and kind of refresh the tank a little bit. And I also put in a little Stylophora colony over here that I had, a little purple stylo, so that's looking cool. And then just a couple Acropora, one little Acropora colony back there, and then this yellow tip right here. So I was just kind of freshening up the tank just to kind of, you know, make me feel better about it. And then I was trying to figure it out. I'll put up the ICP tests right here for you. Really, there was nothing that kind of alerted me. The reason why the potassium was so high is because I thought maybe my issue was low potassium, and the test kit that I had didn't help. It was the Salifert test kit. And I just could not see when it was changing, so I added a little too much potassium, and it got to a dangerous level too, so that did not help. But that was after the fact. And then after I did the water change, this all stopped, this STN here, but this was the next thing that happened before I did that water change. I was starting to get STN in my acros. I even lost basically a big colony of this. It was the same acro that was over here in this corner. Where Sarge is right now, and I'll show you that on the screen right now. So here's that colony. As you can see, a lot of it was STN in, and I didn't think there was much to save because it was just in there so deep. So I decided to just take the whole colony out and replace it with something else that I like. So I'll make this into a cool decoration. I'm probably going to bleach it out and paint it or something, but you know, things happen, and I'm just glad that the whole tank didn't crash, but you know, it could have. If I sat any longer, within a couple days, I was doing that water change. I was not going to wait for the ICP test to come back, you know, and wait and see what the problem was. I went ahead and did the water change, and that took care of a lot of the problem. Within a week, things were looking better, and now a couple weeks later, things are looking even more better. So I'm very confident it was a salt mix. In case you're wondering, it was the Waterbox sea salt. They don't sell it anymore. They just sell their reef salt now. I think they were just getting rid of it. They had a great deal around Christmas time. It was like $40 a box. So I bought 9 boxes. And Obviously it wasn't worth it, but you know, that's my fault. I think, you know, just because I put it in the wrong application. I should have just used it for my fowler tank, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll get some close-ups here. Things are looking a lot better. As you can see, this Monty cap, it was brown when I was going through all this STN, and now you can see the polyps are coming back. The orange Monty cap is definitely coming back, so there's hope. You can see it's coming back. So I'll just trim out some of the dead stuff, especially over here. I want to get rid of all this stuff. It's too close to the glass anyway. It's a pain to clean the glass around here. That's why it's always dirty around the bottom there. So I'll see what I can do. That stuff's just super thick. It's really hard to trim back. So I'll see what I can do with some nippers. Plus, I got Nightmare, my giant brittle star. You can see his little arm sticking out there. I don't want to cut any of his arms off, so I'll have to spook him back when I go to do that. But I'm very confident and hopeful that I should say I'm pretty confident things are going to come back. But I'm also hopeful. I don't want to, you know, say that everything's back to normal just yet. But the way it's looking, you know, I'm glad to see it. So I'm going to do another water change here probably in a couple days, and just keep track of everything. I just tested my nutrients today in case you're interested. I always put them on the side. So, oops, sorry. So there's the nitrate and the phosphate looking pretty good. That's about normal for this tank. So I was happy to see that. And water change I did on March 1st. So that's what I do to keep track of my my water changes and when I test for nutrients. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted if anything happens, but things are looking up. So I guess the lesson here is don't mess with success. When things are going good, don't try to cut corners. Don't try to cheap out. And I guess I shouldn't have experimented with my display tank, but luckily it'll be okay, I think. So we'll get there, things will grow back, and we'll move on. And I'll have new coral in here too, so that'll be cool. And check out that colony there. It's like a purple and teal. And this yellow tip's cool. I gotta frag some of this acro down here too. That's starting to really encrust everywhere. I didn't notice that before. I had a lot of Monty cap that I took down that was covering that up. That's why it's brown. So maybe I'll frag some of that out. I wonder what color it'll turn, what it's supposed to be anyway. But I still got a little STN like right there, but I think it's starting to grow over. So not too bad. Fingers crossed, things will be better, and I'll keep you updated. Well, that'll do it for this video, guys. I'm Reefer Matt. Thank you for watching, and happy reefing.